Yes, yes, yes. It's the Daily Go Getism show. You think it ain't when it is. Uh, you think it won't when it is. We are here. We are in motion. We do this thing. We do this thing. I do this thing. What's up, y'all? Flashback Friday. Thank God it's Friday on the DG show. I'm glad to be here, and y'all know it's time to go. Our flow is unsurpassed. We got something that's going to get in this thing and last. And I'm glad to be here amongst the crowd. Make sure that we turn the volume sort of up loud and stand proud that we are here and we don't have to drink no more beers. Yeah. So tonight on the Daily Go Getimism show, we are talking about tired of drinking and getting high. Tired of drinking and getting high, which y'all know. You know, it's a funny thing when we talk about how things get old. Because in all reality, it seems nothing really gets old until you decide that it doesn't work for you anymore. So people can talk about things getting old for you all they want. They can talk about you can't do that no more, no stunts. And the blunts that you smoke are getting kind of old. You need to go back to papers if you're going to pull off capers. How come weed smokers are just getting older, it seems? And I feel like they got dreams of never stopping. They still going to do the token for you. And then you gotta think about it. Ever since they made weed legal, now my weed smokers are going to deny this and they're going to buck against this. But ever since they made weed legal, now the weed smoker is getting older and older. Before, smoking weed was getting old. Like, you too old to be smoking on weed. When you had a grandfather that used to sneak and smoke weed back in the day, you'd be like, he had to sneak. Because, he had no business smoking no weed. That was something that young kids did. Young people did. And I'm telling the truth. Now, it ain't nothing to have 60, 70, 80 deathbed weed smoking people. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that it's legal. So people are aware of the non-toxicity of weed and all of that kind of stuff, or should I say marijuana. And so I guess it's socially acceptable to smoke weed regardless of how old you are now. Now we can look at the same things when we talk about smoking cigarettes. How old do you have to be before you stop smoking cigarettes? Nobody says, "Oh, you smoking cigarettes? Man, that's getting old. You too old to be smoking cigarettes." Smoking cigarettes is something that most people do until their dying day of lung cancer. It is what it is. But now if we take a look at alcohol, look at alcohol. Take a look at alcohol. We don't hear anybody saying, you too old to be sipping, you too old to be drinking, you too old to be tipping. Alcohol seems to be something that we can do until we feel like stopping, as long as you are not a raging alcoholic. So when you are a raging alcoholic, you could be 30 years old and like, listen, that drinking is getting old. Or if you keep getting into trouble or bothering people with your drinking. So if your family is falling apart, if you can't keep a job, or if your friends are dwindling away, then I guess drinking alcohol too much starts to get old. But there are little rules inside of the alcohol, especially in the black community. We got little rules inside the alcohol culture that we must abide by. For example, and trust me, this one gets me. All right, so the older we get, the stronger the alcohol we are drinking. The older we get, the stronger the alcohol that we are drinking, and the more acceptable it is to drink it straight. When I was younger, we didn't drink any straight alcohol. We just didn't. It's not what we did. All of that doing shots and all of that's not what we did. We did shots, but that wasn't what we did for the most part. And like drinking straight rum or vodka or whiskey, or that's not what we did. We mixed it. You know, sweet drinks. I mean, think about it. Back in the 90s, what was popular? Hypnotic and Alizé and stuff like that. You know, stuff like stuff with hard liquor in it, but they made it easier to digest, easier to drink, more palatable for people who weren't big alcohol drinkers. But you know what people will say is unacceptable now? Drinking a 40 ounce of malt liquor. You too old to be drinking a 40 ounce of malt liquor, even though a 40 ounce of malt liquor is mild compared to 2 or 3 shots of Henny. I just think that's a little odd. You still drink 40 ounces of beer or alcohol? That's old. You ain't got no business drinking mild alcohol in the form of a 40 ounce. Tell me I'm lying. Oh, but you want to do a few shots? You want to do a few shots of tequila? Oh, yeah. Line them up. I don't know. It seems a little strange to me. The title of this show is called Tired of Drinking and Getting High. And basically, we're talking about when drinking and getting high gets old. Does it matter whether it gets old to the individual who is doing the drinking and the getting high, or is it something that other people determine is old for you? In the 40 ounce count conversation, in the 40 ounce versus the shots example, evidently it's other people. It's the social climate that decides what has gotten old and what hasn't. It's a little odd to me. It's actually a little odd to me, and it's not odd at all. It's very ordinary at the same time. Very ordinary. You see somebody in our generation, anywhere from 40 years old on up, and be like, drink 40 ounce of beer or malt liquor, OE, Colt 45, Blue Bull, Red Bull, like, old school. Buy no 40. How much does a 40 ounce of beer cost now? Especially a 40 ounce of malt liquor. Private stock. What they used to have those. It was new malt liquors coming out every month. It seemed like in the years of 1990 and 1991, 92. What they had? They had what was the name of that? What was the name of that old Indian or Native American? I used to drink this malt liquor too. Crazy Horse malt liquor. Powerhouse, St. Ides, all of that stuff came out in the same year. Remember, they came out with this alcohol, this malt liquor called Powerhouse, and it was like people thought it had crack in it or something like that. You know, drinking Cisco. They had to water down Cisco because Cisco was it looked like a little bottle of wine cooler, but that thing packed a punch. You'd be drunk off your ass off a bottle of Cisco. You see somebody drinking Cisco nowadays, like, yo, this is not 1992, 1991. What are you doing? So, but the strong stuff, you turn a bottle up of rum 151, they're like, yeah, you might drink too much, but he's drinking the right stuff. Grey Goose, Belvedere. I don't even know if people drink Belvedere anymore. You know, he was coming out with new in the early 2000s. It was new designer vodkas coming out all the time. And still Ciroc vodka. Does any of that stuff get you drunk? Any drunker or lessen the hangover effects than Nikolai, Jacquins, Smirnoff, the bottom shelf or middle shelf stuff. Middle shelf stuff like Absolute. Anyway, it's a judgment call. That's my point. It seems to be a judgment call. It's a judgment call, yo. It's a judgment call. Tired of drinking and getting high. Y'all know, I went through all of this. Drinking got old for me. And I knew it was getting old for me because I was getting in trouble. I had 3 DUIs. It should have been old for me a long time ago. But it wasn't in my mind. But at the same time, in my mind, it was. Kind of weird. For other people who were bearing witness, I wonder if it was old for me. You know, when continual mistakes are being made, they're not mistakes, they're patterns. So when we have patterns of drinking and getting high, now I'm talking about the 40 ounces versus the shots of liquor. The 40 ounces should be the winner, but it's not. The shots of liquor is the winner. I think that's a little odd, but that's the way the social aspect of things work. Same thing with the weed thing. In the 70s, 80s, 90s, smoking, if you saw somebody in their 60s smoking weed, you'd be like, really? You smoke weed? Yeah. Okay. Something else. Like, that's a passing generation. And you would definitely not see an old head smoking no blunts. You would see him smoking a joint. You know, most old heads wouldn't even smoke joint. Like, all right, for example, my stepdad, may he rest in peace, my late great stepfather. Pop would never smoke weed in the house, but we knew he smoked weed sometimes. And I would hear my mom complain about it, like he was smoking joint last night. Coming in here smelling like joint. You know, you didn't smell like weed. You smell like joint. So she'd be like, he was smoking joint. It's like, I don't even know how you got home last night. High off a joint and alcohol. Joint liquor and joint. But he wouldn't, he put all that mess out. He ain't smoked that in the house. It wasn't acceptable. It wasn't socially acceptable. If he was alive today, it wouldn't happen. No way. No way. No way. Yet today, you see these old heads, they rolling the blunt and all that kind of stuff. Smoking it in front of the kids. We didn't do that in front of the kids. We didn't do that. For the most part, adults didn't smoke in front of the kids, especially, and they didn't, and the young smokers or drinkers didn't do that around the old heads. The elders did not see us rolling up no L's and smoking them. It didn't happen. Now, you go to any cookout, and it's like everybody smoking weed, old and young. There seems to be no disconnect. Now, if the 20-something, the 30-something, the 40-something, the 50-something, the 60-something year olds are all smoking weed, 70-somethings are still smoking weed, how you going to tell somebody 16, 17, 18, 19, how you going to tell them they can't smoke weed? There ain't no legal weed smoking age. Let's get into it, baby. The Daily Go Getism Show. Let's get into it. Urban Therapy with Sun 752 with this your daily, the The Daily Go Getimism Show. We do this every single day. Every day it rains. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. I am your host, Son 752, aka Omar with the and if you can't say Omar with the well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show, all up in your area. I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. Tonight on the Daily Go Getimism Show, we are talking about tired of drinking and getting high. What y'all know about being tired of drinking and getting high? Y'all might know a lot about tired of somebody else drinking and getting high. You might know a lot about that. You might have a lot to say about that. But what do you know? All I want to know is what you know. And if you would like to tell me what you know verbally, I invite you to call in. And the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. That's the number to call. I said a 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. 319-527-6199, baby. Daily Go Getimism Show. Thanks for coming through. Make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show. And we're talking about tired of drinking and getting high. Well, what you know? What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about in here tonight? Mia Cunningham, Carol Chamberlain, Stacy White, T. Carey Wright. Thanks for coming through. Good to see me some you. Woo, 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 woo. Mia says, my dad, when he was alive, had no problem rolling a tight joint and getting high. A tight joint. Did your daddy, when he was alive, and may he rest in peace, did he ever smoke a blunt that you are aware of? Did he ever go to the store and get a Dutch Master or a Phillies or what's the a White Owl or anything like that for his weed? Or did he strictly roll up some papers, top papers, Easy Wider, if you didn't want to smoke on the swine, because you know Easy Wider was supposed to be the Muslim or nine pork eaters papers, or the zigzags. Zigzags is more of a West Coast thing. Carol Chamberlain says, I hear that, Mia. Lots of older people smoke, but everybody didn't know about it. That's my point. That's my point. Nowadays, they smoke right, you know what I mean? Smoking in front of kids. And one thing is for sure, old heads didn't used to smoke in no cipher. There wasn't no weed going around in a circle. They wasn't doing that. Like, nah. My joint is my joint. Your joint is your joint. You go ahead and smoke your joint. I'll go ahead and say, like, yo. And I'll be saying these, I'll be like, what are you doing? You don't take two and pass. Get your own weed. You grown. Get your own weed. As far as I'm concerned, if I see it, listen, I'm gonna just do it. I don't care. I don't care if y'all don't like it. Anybody over 40 years old, If somebody else smoke on whatever you smoking on, you ain't got no business smoking. You supposed to have your own weed. Your old head, you smoke weed. You have the right to be selfish with your weed. Ain't nobody supposed to be asking you for your weed. That's for young smokers who don't have enough money to be smoking in the first place. That's what I say. And no, I don't get high. I don't drink. I don't care. I still know the root. I know the root. It says, true, Carol. Nowadays, weed smokers don't care who knows that they smoke. True indeed. She also says, I have a few coworkers that smoke cigars together and drink scotch, bourbon, and whiskey. It's like they have a little club. Yeah. Yeah. And these smoke shops they have, you know, these little cigar smoke shops, they and shout out to those weirdo hookah smokers. Like, y'all weirdos. Like, what are y'all smoking? What are y'all smoking? What are y'all doing? What are you doing? A long ass tube with some weird aromatic alcohol. I mean, nicotine. What are you smoking? What are you smoking? They always trying to pass it to somebody. Oh, you want to try hookah? No, I want to try no goddamn hookah. My face. You don't even know what are you smoking? It's like, you know, it's like, what do you mean? It's like, come out with it. It's like, well, you know, it's not bad for you. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That hookah shit is toxic. It's way more toxic than cigarettes. That's my word too. Carol says that's a cheaper high than straight liquor. With the 40 ounces. Carol says old heads had respect for their youth. They did. And the youth had respect for the old heads. Now, y'all smoking weed at the damn Thanksgiving dinner table. What is you doing? What in the soul food is this? Mama, I got you some hydro. Mama, I got... Granny be smoking that loud. Granny be smoking loud. I don't care what nobody say. Old heads should not be smoking no kind of weed that has an alternative name for it. No chocolate, no hydro, no loud, no sour diesel. No. Carol says, at least in my day, they didn't smoke in front of the youth. It's true. Mia says, all the young cats went off and smoked together, talking about grandma. We going to the store, and the uncles were out back with their Colt 45 and tightly rolled J's. These are facts. Carol Chambers says, old heads use tops or easy water. Facts. And Mia says, I guess you talking about your dad. Hello, rolling papers. Only. Exactly. Top paper. Mm-hmm. Carol says they could afford it. Young bucks, some gotta share. Dude, that's what I'm saying. You in the cipher, you must be young. You're supposed to have your own weed. You're gonna smoke, you should have your own smoke. And weed is expensive now. You get a little bit, and it's supposed to be like super strong. Okay. He says, right, Carol. And I never knew why they were getting where they would. You ain't never gonna lie. I ain't never seen an old head cop weed. Not no respectable ones. Now I seen old heads cop crack all the time. But I don't know where the old heads used to get weed from. But they got it. I think they got it mailed to them or something, you know, like in discreet packaging or something. Like, look, I ordered some old Hank Aaron trading cards, but it was really weed. I got it. Let me find out the old heads had a dispensary before dispensaries became dispensaries. You know where they might have got it though? You know what? Carol, Mia, I think I've just figured out where old heads used to get weed. The speakeasy. The speakeasy. Because a lot of people who ran the speakeasy sold weed too. On the low. I bet you that's where they got the weed from. I bet you. Bet me. Bet me. Bet me. Bet me. Bet me. Because they ain't get that shit on the street. They ain't get that shit. They had to got it from the speakeasy. They had to got it from the speakeasy, baby. Cal said, bingo. Mia says, and they didn't share. All my uncles and dad pulled out their own joints, weed, and papers. Mia says, hookah smokers irked the hell out of me. Yo, what are they smoking? You huffing what? What are you huffing? What's in that? I've asked them, what's in it? It's like, it's not weed. I said, I know it's not weed. What is it though? Why it smell like that? Why does it smell sweet? What is it? What are you smoking? Air freshener? What is it? Are you smoking incense? You smoking incense? Why are you smoking that? For those who want to know, I'll tell you what the hell they smoking in them damn hookahs. It's actually nicotine. It's like a strong ass cigarette. I looked it up some weeks ago. What are hookah smokers smoking? Specially made tobacco mixtures. Specially made tobacco mixtures. Hookahs are water pipes that are used to smoke specially made tobacco mixtures that come in a wide variety of flavors. They usually work by passing charcoal heated air through the tobacco mixture and ultimately through a water-filled chamber. A user then inhales the smoke through a tube and mouthpiece. That shit's mad toxic. That shit is mad toxic. It's dangerous. It's not good. It's not good. Here's a question. Is hookah smoking safer than cigarettes? Hookah smoking is not safer than cigarette smoking. A hookah is a water pipe. The main parts of it include a smoke chamber, a water bowl, a pipe, and a hose. Some other names for hookah are nargile, shisha, masel, and goza. The tobacco that's used in a hookah is often flavored. When someone uses a hookah, the tobacco is heated with charcoal. Then the charcoal burns the tobacco, and the tobacco smoke is pulled into the water bowl. A person uses a mouthpiece to breathe in the smoke and breathe in. The smoke passes through the water. Blah, 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 blah. Tobacco. The tobacco is no less toxic in hookah than in a cigarette. The water in the hookah cools the smoke, but it does not filter out the toxins in the smoke. Hookah smokers may breathe in more tobacco smoke than cigarette smokers do. That's because hookah smoking session can last an hour or longer. Hookah smoking can pose many dangers. Hookah smoke has high levels of harmful chemicals. These include tar, carbon monoxide, heavy metals, and cancer-causing chemicals called carcinogens. In fact, hookah smokers are exposed to more carbon monoxide and smoke than are cigarette smokers. As with cigarette smoking, hookah smoking is linked to lung, bladder, stomach, esophageal, and oral cancers, heart disease, other serious conditions such as lung disease and carbon monoxide poisoning. Using an unclean pipe or sharing a pipe with other smokers is risky. It can risk your chance of getting diseases such as the flu, tuberculosis, herpes, hepatitis, and COVID-19. I'm gonna put this article in the comments. Y'all can do with it as you so please. But you ought to know what you're getting into when you think that you put on your pretty little outfit to go down to the hookah bar and cool out with your friends while you're practicing getting cancer. Cancer. Anyway, we're talking about tired of drinking and getting high. That's what we're talking about tonight on the Daily Go Get It Business Show. Thank y'all for coming through. Make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Daily Go Get It Business Show. I'm your host, Sun752, and we're talking about tired of drinking and getting high. Who makes the determination of when it's time for you to stop drinking, stop smoking, stop getting high too much joking, stop putting that thing up to your lips, stop doing the dips, stop making the rips? It's time for you to start a better life tonight. And if you don't do it, then you have to do it right. Do it right. It's not the SOS band, but you got to take that weed out of your hand. You got to take that pipe out of your hand. And you got to take that needle out of your veins. You doing that crazy shit, oh, hey, you insane. Now, it's you can get away with smoking weed. You can get away with drinking, but try to get away with sniffing coke too much. Try to explain to somebody that you sniff coke a little bit sometimes, but you got it going on. And you may actually have it going on. People, not everybody that smokes weed not everybody who smokes. I was about to say everybody who smokes coke. Not everybody who uses coke is strung out. But just keep on going, and you will be. Yeah, you're going to get that done. Same thing with heroin. As crazy as it seems, there are people who shoot heroin, sniff heroin, smoke heroin, who have it somewhat under control. You can clearly see when it's out of control. You can clearly see when it's out of control. When you see him out there dipping and leaning and looking all crazy. But before then, they just partying and getting high like anybody else. Or should I say like everybody else? Like everybody else. Everybody. Why is Facebook, the app, acting funny? Oh, well. These are just some things we got to deal with. We got to deal with it, son. We got to deal with it. Y'all good? Everybody good? We good? Levels is good. Manifest reality. Been showing a lot of love. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Mucho. All right. Okay. Hold on. Mia said bingo. The speakeasy. Omar, you probably right. They just had it. Never knew where it was coming from. You never lied. I don't know where they got I don't know where they got the smoke. I just know they had the smoke and they wasn't giving away the smoke. They smoked the smoke. But they always read up. I thought they never ran out of weed. They just kind of had it somewhere. in the glove compartment of their car or something. Carol says, I know the speakeasy was the spot I used to work in one. Talk about a life. I tell you, boy. Talk about life. Manifest Reality says it's enough to get one very dizzy. You talking about the hookah? My brother from another mother, Norris Hill, sit back, relax, do your thing, Max, and chill. Let me see. Carol says, might as well smoke cigarettes. Yeah, it's smoking a cigarette is way less toxic, way less dangerous than smoking that hookah. You go somewhere where they got hookah, I'll be like, man, what are y'all doing? And they looking next to you. I mean, they looking at you like, why are you sitting next to me if you don't want to pass the hookah? I'm like, because this is the chair. This is the only place to sit. It's crowded in here. But no, pass it that way. And this is before I even knew that it was dangerous. Like, I'm not smoking. I'm not smoking shit. Let me see. Manifest Reality says, I was in a room with some folks smoking on a hookah, and the smell made me dizzy, and I hadn't puffed on it at all. Now you done caught a hookah contact. Nara says, to me, hookah is just a bong for nicotine. Bingo. Manifest Reality says, just think, many share those things. They are just weird. That's the truth. Carol says, you might as well close the garage door and let the car run with carbon monoxide poisoning. Woo! Woo! Mia says, to me, it's hanging right up under smoking cigarettes. True indeed. Carol says, I wouldn't smoke weed today. So much stuff put in it. Yeah. Man, I remember back in the day, they used to spray the weed with roach spray, trying to give it a kick. I'm like, y'all don't care. Y'all just don't care about y'all community. I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna leave it alone. Them 80s babies, we don't know what's inside of them. We know they had crack in them. We don't know what else they had in them. It was all kinds of little drugs going on in the 80s. And babies was being born. That's why them 80s babies, they 40 now. The oldest 80s baby is 42. They full-fledged adults. You know what I mean? But they be hanging around with them new millennials, man. And them Generation Z's. It's not good. It's not good. Mia said, what's a little bit of snorting coke? There is actually a such thing. Now, I think that coke sniffers are where the old head weed smokers used to be. Old heads that still sniff coke, they do their thing on the low. Like, they spouses know. They girlfriends, boyfriends, they know. Because they got eventually you got a problem. And powder coke has always been expensive. And people, it's always been a status symbol too. So if you could afford to sniff coke, it was like because you had a good job, you had a good career, whatever, and your career, all of the money from your good career, your good job is going right up your nose. What's the matter with your nose? Is that where all your money goes? Pop life. Yeah. Shout out and rest in peace to Prince Rogers Nelson. Nar says going through cancer treatment can put a stop to it. For some, not to all. I know people who said, well, listen, since I'm already going to die over this shit, I might as well go all in. Yeah, that's very unfortunate. Yeah, Mia caught that. She said, sometimes not even then. True indeed. Carol says, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Bills be due. I'm just saying. Oh, wow. Nara said he was speaking from his own experience on the drinking tip. Oh, okay, on the drinking tip. Whew. I'm glad you didn't say on the cancer tip. All right, Mia says, that's where my dad kept his weed, in the glove box. Little roaches were everywhere. Fuck all that. Yo. You know what I'm gonna have to get? I'm gonna have to get a yellow flag. Flag on the play. Flag on the play. Flag on the play. Personal foul. Mia, personal foul. Personal foul. Order in the court. Personal foul. Flag on the play. 15 yards. Go back 15. I want you to go back 15 comments and start all over. You can't be part of this conversation. Go back 15 comments. You can't be part of this conversation. Nars, I'm going to get you for false start. And you and Carol, I'm going to get you for holding. So, Nars, 5 comments for you. Carol, 10. Mia, personal foul. 15 yards. Half the distance to the goal. This Friday shit is out of hand. This Friday shit. I'm done. I'm done. They said don't judge. I said fuck you. I'm ready to throw the book at y'all. Hold y'all in contempt. Don't judge my ass. No, literally my ass. No. Wipe that. I can't. Can't talk about something, but you love it, Omar. I'm laughing to keep from crying. Look, tears. Look. See these tear ducts? This is bad. This is bad. You know, it's like when you go to a funeral for somebody that you don't really know. Everybody crying, you start crying, but you crying about other shit that's going on in your life. But fuck it. You get the chance, you get a chance to get your shit off. You get a chance to get your shit off, baby. Oh man. Manifest Reality says, I cannot be around a cokehead. It gets toxic. You ain't never lied. What was we talking about? Wasn't it last night? I was talking about how when you know people who be on a coke high be all paranoid. They get all. Who on this block driving Maxima? I don't remember nobody on this street driving no Maxima. Who got a Maxima? Because I know my supervisor at my job, he drive a Maxima. And he was trying to write me up. Hold on. Shit. What the fuck?
Yo, son.
Yo, Smoke.
Yo, what's good, son?
Who got a black Maxima on the block?
I don't know, son.
All right, I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna have to call him back and fix it.
You calling me back?
Yeah. yo, listen. I was trying to explain. Listen, I'm on the show, right? And I was trying to explain how cokeheads be all paranoid and shit.
Oh yeah, you stupid,
yo. I'm gonna call you when the show is over.
Man, I'm about to tune in, man. They stopped giving me notifications, man. You need to hit them up about that. But that's what's up, bro.
Wait, they stopped giving you notifications?
Man, you know I used to chime in, man. That joint used to be on my joint, you know. But I don't know why I don't get them no more. Like, I got to catch you on random. Like, the other day when I caught you, it was random.
And who got the black Maxim?
Man, somebody, but they in there.
Shit, it's a van out there too. All right, I'm gonna call you back. All right, peace. That's how coke is big. So what y'all want to do? Y'all you check the kids' homework? Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share the show. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if y'all haven't subscribed to the channel yet. All right. Tired of drinking and getting high. How to survive in South Central. All right. Karen says, laugh my ass off thinking it's the popo. It's real. It's real. Oh, wow. Nara says, that's what I meant. Chemotherapy and alcohol don't mix. They sure don't. They showed out. Manifest Reality says, I'm telling you, I used to have to run around the dang house for hours through the night from that person with something to stop. Listen, I feel for you. I do. Man, Coke's, yo, it ain't no joke. That paranoia be off the shit. Hey, yo. He said, it's funny, but it was horrible, and it eventually turned bad one night. It always does. It always does. She says, at least I can laugh. I can laugh tonight. Man, listen. Tired of drinking and getting high. Other people can decide for you all they want that what you doing is getting old, or you getting too old to be doing this, that, and the third. But until you make that determination yourself, until you decide that the road it has ended, or it's not working for you no more, it's not doing for you what it used to do, or what you wanted or needed to do, you're going to keep doing whatever it is that you've been doing, whether it's to your detriment or to your false benefit. So you gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta be a little careful and cognizant of what you're doing. It's tough. It can be tough, man. It can be tough, man. Okay, good. 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 All right, bet. So, yeah, y'all. You know, I mean, we want the best for our people, and we should want the best for ourselves. Sometimes wanting the best for ourselves doesn't always show, especially when you're really ashamed of what you're doing, but you're doing it anyway because you're on cruise control. Being on cruise control, you know, doing whatever it is that you do, and not really believing in what you do, but feeling like your options to do anything different have to be put on hold. Like, you know, it's like if you're an overeater, you know you've been gaining weight. You know what I mean? You know that it's noticeable. You're noticing it. You're self-conscious about it, but you're not ready to go on that diet yet. You know, it could be because you're stressed out, but blah 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 blah. You know, we use stress to explain any incorrect behaviors that we participate in. You know, I'm stressed. I gotta get it together, but I not right now because but you can get help. But you gotta be ready to go get some help. Not everybody is ready to go get the help that they require. You know what I mean? What the hell? What are we doing? That's weird. Okay. Don't mind me, y'all. Don't mind me. I'm just sharing the show to these groups. All right. 6:56. We got to get ready to dip, dive, socialize, clean out your ears, open up your eyes. And what do you see? Here was talking about getting high too much. See? Word. Okay. Oof. It says cruising with no brakes and ignoring the check engine light. It's a scary thing to witness. Whoa, manifest reality. Wow, that's a man. Yeah, that's a hell of an experience that you describe. But that's the thing about substance abuse or drinking too much. And it doesn't matter whether you mix the two or whether you just do one too much. Too much of anything is a bad thing, and it's going to lead to destructive behavior. But when you're under the influence, especially in an addiction, and we're in an addictive state, you're going to throw most caution to the wind, and it's going to bring out a certain selfishness about you because you're not in your right frame of mind. That's why when people get clean, that's why they have so much explaining and so much apologizing to do. Some people who haven't received their treatment properly don't think that they've offended anybody or affected anybody by what they've done. Well, I was the one getting high. It wasn't like I got high with anybody or encouraged anybody else to do it. They don't get it. And that's why it's not going to ever really stop. There has to be some kind of accountability. But anyway, let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious December 16th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box. Go get her. My girl from up there in Beantown, Angela Kelly, happy birthday to you. And also Janice Wilson, turning 58 years old today. And Maya N.Y.Z, happy birthday to you. And Tamisha Lene, turning 47 years old today. And Zakia Madu, happy birthday to you. And Sassier Diaz, turning 48 years old today. And Yomira Bonilla, turning 33 years old today, and Catherine God's Favor, turning 30 years old today, and Danielle Downing, happy birthday to you. And my brother, comedian and appliance repairman, Lump Hamilton, turning 45 years old today. And Aisha, it's Ashia Cherry, happy birthday to you. And Siobhan Lynn, turning 34 years old today. And the Philly Go Flow, turning 54 years old today. And Queening Bostic, happy birthday to you. And Derek Jennings, my man Derek, what's up, Lane? Stand up, turning 51 years old today. And Herbie Vince Rodville, happy birthday to you. And my baby cuz, Candace Neerg, turning 36 years old today. I want to say, happy birthday to all y'all and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious December 16th. I hope that the day finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. All of y'all go ahead and turn up, but don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, listen and check it out and dig this and peep it out. Tired of drinking and getting high. You know when you're doing something too much because it's taking too much of your money. It's taking too much of your time. People are starting to ask you about it, act like they're irritated about it, and they're starting to get into your business. Yeah, you can tell people to mind their business all you want. But the reality is if people are starting to get into your business, it's because your business is showing. You know what I mean? Don't get mad because somebody told you that your slip was showing. You wore the slip. The slip is supposed to keep your ass from showing. They can see your butt. They can see your butt, baby. When you drink too much, you get high too much, you know what I mean? You're doing whatever it is that you're doing too much. There's going to come a time when that's going to start to get old. But you're going to have to make that determination because it might only get old for you when they put you in the grave, dig the 6 feet, make sure you never challenge again and compete. You can do better for you and yours. Make sure that you do yours. You don't have to show your drawers, pants hanging down, trying to hang around with the youth. You need to go in a kissing booth for somebody other's ass than the things that you pass around from a cipher, your user lifer, and you can do better for yourself and your people and make sure you improve your health and your wealth. Get your money back. Make sure you do all the things, let your money stack. My name is Sun752, and we do what we supposed to. We will be back tomorrow, 1 p.m. for the Urban Therapy with Sun show. I appreciate y'all coming through. You know I do. Appreciate it. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all right back to life. Like I said, we will be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to be talking about something hot. All right, so Blog Talk, we're going to get you out of here. Yeah. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobers. Peace. Don't forget to share that show. Hit that like button and subscribe to that channel.